All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? We're kind of in an in-between stage right now in the energy. The energy is kind of, what you might say in swimming, treading water a little bit. And there's a reason for it. You know, all the readings I've pulled up to this point have told a story. All right, so go ahead and watch them. The full moon, Mercury and Capricorn, all of that. It's all very important. And the super random, all of it. Very important to what's going on right now. What's going on right now is 2 things are about to happen. And they haven't happened yet. They're about to, though. One of them is the 12-12 portal, which I'll pull on probably on Sunday. Okay, that's kind of my plan. Today's Thursday, obviously. The other thing that's happening is Venus moving into Capricorn, and it's very important as it blends with the other energies. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to pull on Venus in Capricorn tomorrow along with your Friday reading. So I'm going to do the Friday reading and Venus in Capricorn. But I'll just tell you here, and I wanted to do a spot check on the energy, and it came up here. Venus in Capricorn, it's the easiest way to explain it is it's exclusionary energy, meaning it's energy that pushes away toxin, pushes away things that are bad. It's not so much an energy that allows things to flow in as much as it pushes things out. And what it pushes out is negativity, negative things, right? That being said, we have a pre-shuffle here. This is just straight up energy reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. This is going to be a very interesting spot check on the energy here before I pull those 2 big readings coming up. That said, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. And you know that there's probably going to be some clarifiers here. This is just the pre-shuffle, just the surface energy, but it proves the exclusionary energy. It proves that energy coming in is going to be helpful. Venus in Capricorn is going to blend well with what I said the other day in the full moon reading. Right? I've got the 7 of Cups, choices, options, looking at everything, crossed by the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody here is under a new energy taking a second look, maybe a 7th look, at their 10 of Pentacles, at their life. Okay? Can I phrase it like that? That's fine. And what I've got here is I've got temperance. I've got someone who knows what a clear decision is. I've got an energy coming in from the full moon, which is making us very smart, making us able to figure things out we couldn't figure out before. And I've got an energy of Venus in Capricorn coming in, which I'm going to pull on tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting, that is exclusionary. It pushes out all the toxin. So that's why the angel is here. Pay attention that the angel is here. Someone knows what's good and what's bad in these choices. And the bad's about to get set on fire. All right? This right here is the Knight of Swords. And that's crossing temperance. Again, forward movement in a right direction. He's a noble knight. He's got a message. You know, I call it my Paul Revere card sometime, right? Doing brave action. Underneath that is the toxin. I said, remember that angel. Cancels out toxin. Cancels out devil energy. There's the devil. And there's the urge crossing it to pretend that everything's okay. And the moment they start to do that, between the full moon energy and between the Venus and Capricorn energy that's coming in, and also a little bit of Mercury in Capricorn, it results in this. They know, again, with the temperance here, they know what the bad choices are here. They can't pretend that the shit tastes good under this energy. A lot of anxiety here about this, and that's what's causing it. What's causing it in part is the 9 swords bookending the 7 of Cups. But there's a clear choice, you know, and this person does, as we learned the other day in the full moon reading, have the propensity to still be Fakey McFakerman, the Queen of Wands. And it's not going to fly. And I said that in the full moon reading, and I'll continue to say it, especially when Venus moves into Capricorn, which is exclusionary. It pushes away all the toxin. Get out. You get out. You get out. Your person's married. They might be telling somebody to get the fuck out. You know, that's what that Knight of Swords might be doing. I don't know. Let's pull 3 cards. We'll find out tomorrow when I pull the damn Venus and Capricorn reading. Right now, we're just pulling on the in-between. The energy in between. Right before more shit hits. And this is all happening under the energy of the full moon in Gemini and Mercury in Capricorn. And so that's why those readings are important. Very important. All right. Let's go. Because the flow has begun, if you will. All right, give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Let's do it. Let's talk about that. What's going on? What do you want the viewers to know here as I pull on the in-between? Pulling the void. I love pulling on voids. I do. Bottom of the deck. This does not surprise me. I knew it'd be powerful. You know, I said pulling on the void. This is powerful. It's judgment. It's the world's gatekeeper. The world card's gatekeeper. Yeah, that's the way the energy reads. We're at that moment. We saw a decision that needs to be made, a clear choice as to what's shit and what's not in the pre-shuffle. Here we are. It's judgment time. A literal translation. That's the energy coming off of it. All right? And this applies to you as well, by the way. This energy affects you in an equal and opposite reaction. You're going to have a lot of epiphanies and things that make sense all of a sudden, and it's judgment time for you too. All right? 3 cards. Judgment's crossing the center card. What are they? The Hermit. Oh, fuck my ass. This is going to be powerful. Center card. Star. I said, what did I just say? Rewind. I said, oh, fuck my ass. This is going to be powerful. What do I throw? The Hermit and the Star. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. Are we going to get a jackpot here? I feel like I'm at a slot machine. I need one more Major Arcana and I get the 50 grand. Okay, come on. What's red with the Hermit? Nope, I didn't get the 50 grand. Oh. It's the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. It's just plain and simple. This is building on a solid foundation. This person, what this is saying, it's red with the Hermit. I'm just going to take this before I talk about the Star, because the Star just says exactly what I said. It's judgment time. The energy is here. It's divine timing. The energy is right now. The soul energy is awake. This is a lot of soul energy in play. It's runoff from November, which was represented by the Hierophant. All right, it's runoff. But what this is saying here is exactly what I said. This person here knows what they want. The soul is awake. They know exactly what they want. They want to have a partnership. They want something real. If it's not real, it gets kicked out. That's what it means by judgment time here. And sure enough, underneath judgment is the energy of December. Proof that that energy is starting to flow, that Ace of Pentacles, that solid new beginning. The energy is ripe for a solid new beginning. It's judgment time. Somebody here is awake. They know what, of that 7 of Cups from the pre-shuffle, they know what's good and what's bad. And they still, as the pre-shuffle told us, have a propensity to think that the shit tastes good with that devil crossed by the 10 of Cups. Oh, it's wonderful, but that 10 of Cups is a whole lot of fairyland. And in the moment they start to feel that, they don't even believe it themselves. Why? Because the soul's awake. And when the soul's awake, it cuts out all the shit and it wants to start over with something. The energy is here for it. I'm telling you. And there can be some doubt that creeps in under these kind of energies. You know, with these runners, I hate that. But there could be because, you know, they start to thinking that they're making a mistake or whatever. I'm going to clarify a couple of things here with the witches. And I got the 7 of Cups at the bottom, so I know I got the right card deck here. I'm going to pull on the Hermit first. Just get a quick read on the Hermit here. Tell me about the Hermit. Talk to the witches. Let's see where we go here. Tell me about this Hermit. What is this? There's a lot going on here. He got a lot to say. Their soul's been locked up for so long. It's got a lot to say. Let's see where we go. This one here going to be interesting. The 3 of Pentacles when I pull on that. But first we got to pull on the Hermit. And I pointed to the 3 of Pentacles. I said the 3 of Pentacles is going to be interesting when we pull on that. But first we got to pull on the Hermit. No, we don't. Because it's crossed by the 3 of Pentacles. Fucking hell. God, the energy right now, it's doing some crazy shit. Okay, yeah, it's tied. It's just saying the same thing. The Hermit is simply here to tell us that their soul's awake. That this is something that's operating from a higher power. All right? They only want things that are solid and real. If what they have on their side isn't solid and real, it's judgment time with judgment crossing the star there. All right? What's on top of the Hermit? 3 swords. There it is. Our 3 of swords that's become all-powerful. And the only thing that can really, really feel this is the soul. And the soul wakes up. You know, the 3 of swords, when it's felt by the brain, the ego, it tries to rationalize it. This is the girl that goes back to the guy that cheated on her because, I know he loves me. You know, he said he'd never do it again. Yeah, but this is the 5th time. I know, but this time I think he means it. You know, it's like that's rationalizing a 3 of swords. Fuck me. That's a smack in the back of the head. No, you're not. You're not going, I'm going to tie you up in the basement. You're not going back because you're definitely going to do it the 6th time. This is all felt by the soul. And this is that Three of Swords that's become all-powerful. It needs to be resolved. The Hermit wants to take care of that. The soul energy wants to take care of that. We've seen that in recent readings. We definitely have. We had one reading with an Empress in the soul, and I said something very similar. It's right there. What's red with the Three Pentacles? That's crossing here, which is red with this. Yeah, Four Cups. Anything, using their discernment. Because the Hermit's awake, now they're picking and choosing, right? Picking and choosing. Only things that are solid. I'm telling you, you're going to like this. All this energy right now, the non-runners, the DFs, should love. Because it's making someone on the other side absolutely see what's wrong with their shit and what's wrong with them and why they did all this. And there's a lot of, I said it in yesterday's reading, the full moon reading, there's a lot of shame on the table. And sure enough, after I said it, I pulled shame. You know, what's red with the Three Swords? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. And the cup is empty. It's my desert queen. Water's way the fuck over here. She's sitting here with a cup full of sand. Or it's empty, one or the other. She's like, please, can you help me to the water? I need to fill this cup. You know, in other words, this Three of Swords needs to be resolved. This Queen of Cups just backing up what I told you about the Three of Swords. Anything empty here under this energy, and this Venus and Capricorn energy I'll be pulling on tomorrow, very important because it gets rid of all the shit. It pushes away. It will not tolerate it. And I see it here. I see someone here turning away things they might normally have accepted. They're not. They're not rationalizing Three Swords with the brain. They're feeling it with the soul, and it's flowing, and it's making Three Pentacles a likely possibility. Why? Because the energy is right for it. Divine timing just means the energetic recipe is correct for this to happen. This is crossed by judgment. It's judgment time. The world's gatekeeper, as I said. The world is something new. Something new happening, new cycle. It bumps you up to a Fool, back to the Fool, the Zero card, but on a new level. Right? Then in my little example here of the person that was rationalizing the Three of Swords with the brain, she don't go back to the cheater. Right? It's something all new. It's like she jumped timelines. All right? This person's behaving out of character for them, and I mean that in a good way because they're behaving from, they're feeling the Three of Swords from the soul, and that's why it's become all powerful lately. It's been coming up a lot. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Now tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Let's go. Since it came out here, we already know about it, but this is the after effect. So let's see. Three Pentacles. Let's see. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. I got a bird just staring at me here like he's watching a TV show. Okay. You love these readings, don't you? He does. He loves the fucking readings. I don't have a camera to flip to him yet. I might, in the future, set up a second camera so I can flip back and forth, show you the expressions on his face. Fucking unreal. You don't think birds can make expressions, but they're more energetic than anything else. But no, you can see it in the eyes, you know. It's like, it's interesting, he thinks. All right. Interesting, huh? He'll let me know if I get it wrong. Let's see here. Three Pentacles. Why is it here? All that shuffling. I showed it to you before I shuffled this deck initially. It was at the bottom. It was opened our reading in the pre-shuffle. It is the Seven of Cups. I mean, this whole reading is a feedback loop. It just cross-checks itself over and over. The Hermit and the Three of Pentacles are read together. The Hermit is crossed by the Three of Pentacles. The whole reading is clarifying the pre-shuffle. The pre-shuffle opens with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is crossing the final result of the reading. I mean, it just doesn't get, and this is absolutely exactly what's happening. This describes Venus and Capricorn on a high level. And blending with the full moon energy. See, that's what's important. It's about the energetic recipe that's right now. It's not just one of the energies. It's how they interplay, right? Just like our ingredients in a recipe. You know, you mix a bunch of shit together. It's not just about the flour and the individual ingredients. It's what happens when you put them together. What's on top of this? So yeah, this person here knows what's bad because they're operating from the soul. They know what's good and what's bad. They're well aware that they don't have anything but sand in their cup. And that's not acceptable. That's causing Three Swords. The Hermit's very sad. He woke up from a long sleep. And well, what the fuck is going on here? There's no food in the cupboards. There's just sand. What's on top? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this person is behaving out of character. I mean, all the way around. Whoever this energy belongs to, it's making some changes. I'll put it that way. There's some changes happening, and I would not be surprised if there's some I don't even want to say fighting on their side. In other words, yelling at people. I think they might be yelling at themselves. Because the moon in Gemini, the full moon in Gemini energy, as I said, is very internal, right? And it tends to come out later, after the fact, as you get closer to the new moon, which actually makes sense for our month, because that's right next to Jupiter heading into Aries, where Jupiter is very happy. So some changes are happening. What's the center card? Red with 7 cups. Strength, yeah. Someone here has the strength. It is a literal translation. Someone here has the strength to make some fucking decisions. Strength to know. And we saw it in the pre-shuffle. We saw them. We at the beginning of the pre-shuffle, we saw someone, when we were talking about the 7 of Cups, who knew which ones were bad and which ones were good. Venus in Capricorn makes you want to flick away the bad ones. Bye, 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 bye. Right? And just leave the good stuff. But then, further down the pre-shuffle, we saw that devil crossed by the 10 of Cups, where your person has some weird propensity to convince themselves that shit tastes good. It's delicious. It doesn't smell bad. It's good. You know. But that causes anxiety. That was followed by 9 swords. Staying up at night, going, oh my God, what do I do? So this card here is very important, red with the 7 of Cups. It means that under the energies, as they flow out, as we move through all of the energies happening right now, and that will happen in the near future, we have someone who actually is putting down the bullshit, all right, and just doing business, making some changes, taking care of business, flicking out the bad shit, all right? So we actually have that, which is why there's so much communication in the monthly readings. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, you heard from somebody you never thought you'd fucking hear from. I mean, the energy's never been better. Since October, it's never been better. And it's going to continue right up through March. So, you know, it is what it is. What's red with the Wheel of Fortune? 4 swords. This is cathartic to your person, okay? I know, vocabulary word, I'm sorry. It means healing. It means but it's more than that. It's healing on an almost religious level. It's spiritual. It's deep. It's healing. That's the only way I could phrase it to you. Once what the universe is saying here with the 4 swords red with the Wheel of Fortune is once the ball gets rolling. Right now we're treading water. Just like I told you at the beginning of this reading. I'm pulling on the in-between, in the void. But once this energy gets rolling, it snowballs. In other words, a snowball effect. It starts small and it rolls down the hill, picks up more snow and more snow and more snow. You've all seen it in the Warner Brothers cartoons, where the ball picks up size as it goes down the hill, and by the time it hits old Wile E. Coyote, it's like, 10 feet high. Well, it's about like that. Once the ball gets rolling here, this person goes to town. They could free will themselves out of this. They can. This is just what the energy is. The energy is right for this to happen. It all boils down to, and I suspect we'll see it in tomorrow's reading when I pull on Venus and Capricorn, it all boils down to how many of them and whether or not your person can look past that illusion they give themselves of the devil being 10 cups. Okay? Again, that it goes to 9 swords. The pre-shuffle showed us that. But we have a lot of runners in this cycle that I have to be honest with you, have the propensity to keep eating the shit and liking it. Under this energy, that's going to be very difficult for them, in part because of the snowball effect I just described, which is why the universe says they have the strength to actually do this. They can do this under this energy. They can do this. But the reason I think most of them will do it, and will just cast that devil out and take care of business and get rid of the negative things, is because of this 3 swords red with this Queen of Cups. This is a very lonely energy off of this card. I feel bad for her. I want to drive out to the coast right now and try to find her. Right? It looked like to me she's sitting a little north of Temescal Canyon. I might take a ride up PCH and see if I can find her, see where she's at, and push her over to the water, help her out. Call over some surfers. Hey boys, you want to give me a hand here? We'll push her over closer to the water. I feel bad for this energy. Why? Because your person fucked up and they fucking know it. They should have banged. That's you. You're that cute little blonde. They should have banged you. There's a lot of, because it's a soul connection, if for no other reason. I'm not going to sit here and say it's because they should have banged you because you're gorgeous and because you love them and because, you know, you're hot or whatever, you got the best tits in the tarot. No, it's because it's a fucking soul connection, and this connection opened up the soul, and they've done nothing but fight it and fight it. They can't under this energy. Under this energetic recipe, I think most of them get the strength to do something about it. And they find it, the reason the snowball effect happens is it's very cathartic. It's a very, very emotionally healing thing once they get going and they see it's easy. If you want a similar feeling to that, you can, you know, I often use roller coasters as an example, just a 3D example of this Four Swords Wheel of Fortune energy that's here. If you're afraid to go on roller coasters, right, and maybe you got yourself all psyched up, right, you're thinking about three swords rather than feeling them, usually, right, you got yourself all psyched up, oh no, it's terrible, I don't like it. Once you get on it and you go, you may find you actually enjoy it. There's many people that have toured the country doing roller coasters and things like that who were actually afraid to go on the first time. Once they get on, they can't stop. They start liking it. And once this person gets rolling with this energy and flicking away the bad things and admitting to themselves that, yeah, I'm tired of staying up at night, this shit tastes like shit, it is a snowball effect on crack. It really is. That's your reading. That's me pulling on the in-between here, letting you know what's coming up and what's happening, all right, in the energy. So, I hope this reading was helpful. Stay tuned tomorrow for the usual Friday reading. One card for each sign, you know, the usual thing. And I'm also going to pull, after I do that, I'm going to jump right in and pull on Venus and Capricorn. And that's going to be something special. That's going to be where we find out what happens with that devil crossed by 10 cups and that 9 swords. And what happens here with my queen, my desert queen, who's really feeling this all-powerful 3 swords. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.